So hey guys, how you all doing? The rough sleeper figures are out, and in amongst all the doom and gloom, because there's going to be a lot of doom and gloom over it, isn't there? I want to talk about some positive stuff, some real lights, if you like, and I want to focus on where I am in Croydon, mostly because I'm involved in the stuff that's going here in Croydon. So in Croydon, back in 2016, we joined the World Habitat European End Homelessness campaign. And we had a campaign logo called CR0. The campaign, the World Habitat campaign, is to end chronic rough sleeping across Europe permanently. And here in Croydon, we set up our own campaign, as I said, and we had three things that we wanted to do, three campaign points. The first one was to end chronic rough sleeping in the London Borough of Croydon. Secondly, to engage the local community at all levels of the campaign. And thirdly, for partner agencies to work together with local stakeholders to find solutions to end that chronic rough sleeping. So we've done a whole bunch of stuff. We set up a by name list, which is a list of all those who are chronically rough sleeping. And we did that for three things. Firstly, was to understand the needs of those who are chronically rough sleeping. And secondly, was to look at solutions to get people into housing and off the streets by matching the provision to that need. And thirdly, there was about triaging people so that when provision did come live, or we could get provision, we could triage people and get them in as soon as possible. Those were the three primary aims of our campaign. So we set that up in 2016. We also did our first Connections Week in 2016, where we got a whole bunch of volunteers from around the community. It was amazing. A whole bunch of volunteers from around the community. We were out there looking for people who were chronically rough sleeping. So we had 90 volunteers, we did 42 surveys. And off the back of that, what we did is we set up a solutions group. So we got the community very much involved in deciding and looking at what we should be doing to end chronic rough sleeping. This is our whole community. These are volunteers from out there in society. This is services, commissioned and statutory, people like me involved. It was absolutely fantastic. Lots of lived experience involved. So the solutions group, we broke them down into little task and finish groups. So we had one on policy and influencing. We absolutely had one on housing first. We had one on health. We have one on accessing housing through the local authority, or working with the local authority to improve access there. And then in 2017 we had a second Connections Week. And also during 2017, what we did is Croydon Council our local authority, managed to get £500,000 investment to support a Housing First project or initiative, which we have got. We've got a number of stakeholders involved, Optiva UK, Croydon Council, Thames Reach manage it. Obviously, the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government, that's the government bit, because they're funding it. And that's really, really successful. By the end of 2019, we had 10 units online with a further 10 in the pipeline, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's all from the Rough Sleepers initiative, the government's Rough Sleepers initiative. So some other things that we've done, we've been working on hostels to ensure that couples can get into accommodation. This is really, really important. I was speaking to a couple last week who are out there, and they're just waiting for their accommodation to come online, but they're being accepted as a couple. This is absolutely fantastic. We've got the services around the borough reviewing their drugs and alcohol policies together, which is really important because that's about consistency of message, consistency of service and support. Fantastic news. We're developing peer-led, or have been developing peer-led training, especially around the LGBTQ issues and community. We've been increasing the mental health services for those on the streets. We've actually got people, mental health practitioners on the streets, going out with the outreach team, working with those who are chronically rough sleeping. And also, finally, we've got Croydon Bid, which is the local businesses working together with Homeless Wise training, or working with Homeless Wise, training up local business so they understand what rough sleeping is, or chronic rough sleeping, and start to understand what they can do to help people off the streets. This is all fantastic news. This is all co-production, collaboration working together, partnerships, and that steering group where we all come together to talk about it and decide the way that we're going. Absolutely fantastic. How is this borne out? Just look at all of our figures. They've been halving over the last 3 years or so. So I think that's fantastic news. Listen, if you want to know more about co-production and how you can bring it into your area, click onto our website, or also sign up for our newsletter. We've got a whole new bunch of training coming out. We've got webinars and Zooms about co-production and how do you get it going, and the good bits and the bad bits, and because it's an honest place. You know, honesty is a good place to be. So we talk about all of that sort of stuff. There's a whole bunch of training to upskill people and get them on there. So get onto our website, get yourself signed up to our newsletter so you don't miss anything. Guys, until next time, to all of you actually out there who are doing co-production right now, keep it going, guys. And for all of you who aren't, I invite you to join us. But until next time, stay safe.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. No matter what.